Abdullahi, how are you, man?
I'm good.
Mixed emotions.
Yeah, well, you could see how it was on the pitch. How the boys always got my back, and mashallah, they pull it through. It was a good game. It was fantastic towards the end. And most of all, the fans, absolutely fantastic today. On Tuesday night, they could have stayed home and watched Champions Leagues and everything, but they're here to support their own club. They're here to come watch their own people. It was absolutely fantastic atmosphere today on the pitch.
The atmosphere was crazy. Tactics worked. Got the W, top of the table. But the reason why I said mixed emotions, I had a breaking news come into the group chat the other day. Do you want to tell them the news?
It was quite emotional day for me as well. When I've been asked to come support in a backroom staff for the national team. It sounds even more crazy just saying that to you, but to be honest with you, all good work and all hard work pays off at the end.
Of course, I've seen the come up. It's been a 10-year mission.
15 years.
15 years. I came in when it was 10 years, but it's a 15-year mission, and the mission is we still haven't reached the end of the mission.
My ultimate goal is to make sure we have a professional or semi-pro Somali club in the United Kingdom. We got into the first stage of semi-pro now. Our next plan was to push them up to the next year, where there's a quality football, where there's a quality competition out there to make history every year. And year by year, that's our plan, to go out there, put the map and say Hilltop came from a grassroots and now they're playing semi-professional, and hopefully if everything goes well towards the end of the season, next year we're going to have an FA Cup at home.
Do you know how crazy that sounds? I'm getting tingles just hearing that, goosebumps and everything.
Do you know when they told me at step 5 you can enter FA Cup, I said, you know what, that's a goal that we all need to aim for, especially for our community, especially our own club, where all decisions be made by our own people. So it's not just me, it's a collective team effort, it's a collective team, young team management all involved, and to work together and to produce results week in, week out, to keep all the emotions in our pocket and focus on what we want to achieve. It is absolutely fantastic. And you know what, that's a lot of credit to all of us. I will not take any piece of credit for myself, and this is something that goes out to all the other clubs. We work together, trust each other, and guess what, the performance will come slowly.
100%. You work hard, and the dreams can come true. This is proof that dreams can come true. We started off at grass level.
Step 14.
9, 10 people showing up for the game, to semi-pro level now, to having fans, to Abdullahi going to the Somali national team. So anything can happen in terms of this. What's the next steps moving forward? FA Cup. What else?
Our plan is to push our players as high as possible so they can reach their maximum potential. And in order for us to do that, sometimes we're going to have to sacrifice and let some of the players go to professional clubs abroad, or either 3 steps higher or something like that. That's the biggest sacrifice we're going to have to make, but we have to push our players because they got the ability, they got the talent, and most of all, the hunger from this generation is unbelievable compared to 10, 15 years ago when I had the other generations.
The sharp generation.
The sharp generation. By the way, he's still playing at this age. You gotta give him credit.
Yeah, props to Sharp, still doing it today.
Yeah.
We watched him still turning and twisting like he's 17 again.
Yep, and you know what, in that pitch, it's not easy to turn. And the controls and the passes and the encouragement and the leadership he has in the change room and outside the change room, sometimes it makes your job easier as a coach, as a manager. But it's great to have him. The question is, how long?
How long?
That's the question.
Now,
I leave that for you to answer that question. How long?
Comments on how long do you think Sharp will play for?
Yeah.
Now, of course, congratulations. You're going to be out for 3 weeks. Is anything going to change in terms of the clubs while you're away for the 3 week?
You already change something if something's wrong, to be honest with you. So my intention was not to change the whole structure of the club while I was away. My intention was just to focus on the minimum changes, day-to-day operations, and put some of the people into those places. And some people have to step in someone else's shoes when they're away. It's quite simple. We had a media guy away. Everybody else had to step in and try to do their best. So now I'm away, it's just quite simple. Everybody else needs to do extra effort or extra things that they don't normally do. I'm expecting, because of their leadership, I'm expecting all of them to fill into those spots. The first thing that's happening is Zach will come into the first team, our coach Zach, and hopefully he can push further and push for the next 3 weeks. Even those 3 weeks, in those 3 weeks, there's 6 games in those 3 weeks. So that can make you win and lose the seasons. I hope all the management can understand that. But most of all, I hope the players don't step down at all, say, you know what, forget it. Because that will just burn me and also the community for what we were supposed to achieve at the end of the season.
No, of course. Fingers crossed everything will stay the same. And of course, we'll still be top of the table when you come back. And pretty much have the league cemented.
I think that's the only way I can focus out there. If the results every week when I'm looking at the phone, looking at it coming in, I can focus more there. Otherwise, it's just going to be more focusing here, saying, what more could I have done? What more could I have done? And all those things. But you know what? I trust my management. I trust the players, and I trust the club to still stay where it is and still keep going and pushing it to the maximum they can.
100%. On behalf of the whole of the Hilltop, thank you and good luck.
Yeah, all the best. Thank you for that, everyone else.
Take care.